Good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, the Sigma coin, and an interesting confluence from a particular market cap structure that I've been following for a long time. So happy Thanksgiving. So wanted to just quickly get a video out this morning. Nothing major has changed from since yesterday. We're monitoring two different setups here. We have our 5-way move off the lows, along with a completion of an ABC potentially here, with the higher low being set for Bitcoin. I'm sorry, for XRP, I apologize. And this is very similar to what we had done back in the day when we impulsed off the lows. We came down for one more smackdown, and then we had our bouncing off the lows with the 5 waves, and then just a sideways hanging out chop here. That is what we're doing now. And if this is the case, you can kind of see we came down initially, we then bounce and backtest, kind of bounce and backtest. So we may just meander sideways here for the next couple days before the next breakout manifests. So we'll just continue to monitor this price action, but an impulsive break above this level, which is the fair market value of 231. And if we can get above 231, we've confirmed the continuation of this move, and we no longer have to come back down and revisit these lows to a lower low. Now we still may do an ABC. So obviously, if we just move up and look at it like that, you could very well be setting up for just an ABC structure to the downside, and this would be just one more closing of these gaps that were left here in the price action. So we'll be looking into that whole thing. And now, as far as one additional structure to kind of take a look at here is, I posted this last night, and that kind of makes a quick space that we were doing. And here is the Bitcoin dominance along with Ethereum and the stablecoin dominance all together. And this is a image to show that we have a breakdown and a rise here when we add all of them together. That is very similar to the Bitcoin fractal we did back in the day. And so you can see that as we move along, this is basically very much following the same setup here with even ABCs to the upside. And then we have a breakdown and kind of chop to the range side here that we're currently playing. So if this continues to kind of play out and move along the path that we are thinking, and we kind of, give it an eyeball here, we're just trying to kind of guess here, like maybe it's like that, like we're right in that zone, we could already be technically breaking down as early as December 8th, maybe even December 4th, or possibly after the Fed meeting, which is coming up in December itself. So if that's the case, and this is kind of how the fractal has been playing out, we could be very, very close to a rollover. This is, just eyeballing it, so there's no exact science on those dates. But I thought that was an interesting kind of observation to show that we have a setup here that looks very similar to the Bitcoin dominance back in 2017, and then the combination of all of these together into one. So we're just going to be looking at that moving forward and just see if we can kind of get this chop to roll over on itself. And then finally, Sigma coin just chilling, hanging out. Happy Thanksgiving to Sigma. And we are on the daily getting a little overdone on the RSI, so we needed just, obviously on the Stoch, so the momentum was slowed a little bit, and we can expect that to slow further. But I believe in the shorter time frames, we're actually seeing it curve back up. Yeah, there's your 4-hour. Yesterday that was cutting down towards the bottom. We'll probably see that coast for a little bit, and hopefully we just coast to the sideways and then have our breakout, and that will probably correspond with XRP completing its continuation of the sideways chop that it's doing at this time. So hopefully this just keeps playing out as a range, and we just chop, maybe with some higher lows and a nice curve up, and then we can get out of here. So, all right, thanks so much for watching, and we'll check in tomorrow.